Hello my friends and welcome back into this absolutely amazing video. This is the Inline 3 King OMG series, as you can see in the Automation Kings playlist or series. You have seen in my previous video the Inline 5 King, and of course the Inline 4, the Inline 6, and basically every single Automation King engine I made before. I truly hope that you enjoyed watching them. If you didn't watch them, after this video, after you see this video, go into my page and you can watch all of everything I made, because I promise you will enjoy them all. We made cars, we drifted them, we crashed them, we made engines, we made thousands and thousands of horsepowers. You will enjoy all. Alright, so before we start with all of this, with the specs of this little tiny beast, because I know it's a 3-liter engine, but still very tiny because it's a 3-cylinder engine. Before we start with all of the specs, I would love to remind you, please, if you enjoyed the video, if you really enjoyed it, hit that like button. Don't forget, hit that like button, get subscribed, share the video if you want to share it, and of course hit that notification bell button so you can get a notification when I release a new video. And don't forget to visit my Patreon page so you can get all of the exclusive contents that I post over there. All of the links are in the description below. Now we can start with all of the specs for this little beast here, because what I really truly like about this engine, I know it's a 3-cylinder engine, so yes, it's a 3-banger, as everyone call it, and it's only a 3-liter. And if you're wondering why it's a 3-liter engine, before we start with the specs, with this capacity, it's a 3-cylinder inline magnesium block, blah blah blah. Now I will tell you why it's a 3-liter instead of maxed out 120 millimeters on the stroke, because only the inline 3 engine, if you push the stroke really high, the engine will not run. You will have no RPM at all. No, because the design of the inline 3 engine itself will not allow you to have very big stroke or very large stroke. It will allow you to go with maximum 120 on the bore. Yes, that's pretty typical, but the stroke itself, the 3 cylinders are not they are not famous for their stroke or for their large stroke. Usually these engines comes with very tiny stroke, but this is as high as it will go with the targeted horsepower and torque in my mind. Because what's the target horsepower and torque? Max. The Inline 3 King here is the maximum amount of horsepower you will have with this engine. I truly hope that some of you guys, maybe in the future or maybe right now, if you can actually beat my numbers in the horsepower and torque. I really want that. I really want to see my numbers go down, and to see you guys like flying up on and flying with more horsepower, more torque. Of course, remember, without putting any kind of stress on the internals and keeping everything on the green. That's my only rule. If you want to go more powerful than my engine, you can do that. Just keep it in the green. Nothing should go even slightly light green. It should be dark, regular 0% on the stress green. That's what I want. Alright, so that's out of our way. Dual overhead camshaft, 5 valves per cylinder, blah blah blah, inline aluminum silicon. All of this, you already know that, you've seen it in my previous video. Billet steel crankshaft, lightweight titanium connecting rods, forged pistons because of the obvious reasons, because the lightweight forge cannot take the torque. Plus 15 quality, 9.9 to 1 is the compression ratio, 92 on the cam profile, variable valve timing on all cams, plus 15 quality. Single turbocharger, ball bearing internals, massive 1946 horsepower supporting a massive intercooler, very much custom single turbocharger with 84.5 millimeters on the compressor, 68 millimeters on the turbine, maxed out air ratio, and 43.5 max boost here, plus 15 quality with direct fuel injection, individual throttle bodies or throttle per cylinder, so we have 3 individual throttle bodies, race intake manifold, ultimate 100 octane fuel, and of course maxed out air fuel ratio of 70 on the ignition timing, and 8000 RPM, not 6600, because as you saw in the beginning of the video, the stroke, it's not maxed out. That's why the RPM is a little bit high here. Plus 15 quality, single exhaust pipe, and of course 5.8-inch exhaust diameter, not maxed out, because as the size of this engine, the stroke is not really high, because as I mentioned, the design of the Inline 3 is very unique. The same goes for the exhaust system. You cannot go any bigger than this, any more bigger than this, and it will actually lose power. And yes, no, I've seen it in my previous video in the Inline 5 King. I mentioned that the new size of the exhaust system after the latest update in automation game, they made it actually small, very very small. It's actually right now a 5.8 inch, and it looks like a 2-inch exhaust diameter, or even a 1.8 inch or a 2-inch. I think it's really tiny, and yes, it will change. It will go a little bit bigger, not super fat bigger as it used to be, because I remember when I made this engine, I really finished making this engine like a week ago. But since the new update came, and I was busy making cars and export them and drift them and record videos on the maps in BeamNG.drive game, so I totally forgot about this engine. But right now I came, and after the new update, yes, so the turbo itself has changed. I think the pipe is different, and of course the exhaust system is different. Yeah, the exhaust system is really different. Alright, so let's crack on with the video. Plus 15 quality on everything, and the results are 1257.1 horsepower at 8000 rpm, 847 pound-feet of torque at 7200 rpm. The engine is super lightweight. Yeah, I know, and yeah, I don't care about 1, 2, 3, 4. I don't care about these 4. Reliability, it's not bad for a racing engine. Service cost, well, I also don't care about this one or this one. We are nearly using all of the available octane. Emissions are acceptable, very good. Smoothness, as always, the Inline 3, the Inline 3 engine, it's not a smooth king. No, it's very actually not smooth at all. Yeah, because of the design itself, the internals are not really balanced good. Yeah, that's why the smoothness is just rubbish. Throttle response, very good. Noise, it's actually quieter than all of the than the rest of all of the than the rest of all of the Automation Kings engines, and I'll tell you why. Because of the small diameter of the exhaust system. Alright, enough chit chatting, let's fire up this tiny beast. So the engine is making at idle 190 pound-feet of torque. Not bad at all. So as you already heard, the engine sounds very brutal, I'm not gonna say weak, but very pathetic actually at idle. I actually don't like the sound of the Inline 3 at idle, but I like it on high RPM, especially if you are making it like a bike engine at 12,000 RPM. It will sound very glorious. But at idle, especially with, I don't know, maybe because of the turbo, the exhaust system sounds very weak. Although there are no restrictions, as you can see, no mufflers or anything, but sounds very weak at idle. I usually hear it, maybe naturally aspirated without the turbo. I hear it like very brutal, very brutal idle sound. But here on this engine, listen. Yeah, not really good. But maybe in the NA form, NA naturally aspirated form, racing intake manifold, straight pipe exhaust system, yes, it will sound very glorious. I think before the update. After the latest update, no, I haven't tried it yet, if they changed anything in the idle sound or not, in the naturally aspirated form. Maybe I will try it later, but that's all what we have right now. So I truly hope that you like the video, and lately I'm seeing your I'm seeing all the subscriber numbers go up high in the sky, which really makes me very, very like warm in the heart and really happy. So I truly say to you guys, thank you from all of my heart for supporting the channel and liking all my videos, and thank you for all of the positive comments and amazing subscribers, and thanks to everyone on the Snapchat group for supporting me, and of course requesting videos, and of course participating in all of the Automation Kings engines. You will be seeing very, very soon after this engine, maybe not tonight, but very, very soon you will be seeing the Boxer 4 King, and of course the Boxer 6 King. So stay tuned for those, and keep watching my videos and watch all my previous videos. And remember, please, if you enjoy all of my videos, if you enjoy this one and even any kind of any other video on my channel, hit that like button, get subscribed if you are new to the channel, because I promise it's really worth it. And of course watch all my previous videos, because, well, as I said, it's worth it because I made amazing videos, and I promise you will like them all. We made cars, engines, super engines, tiny engines, economical engines. We made supercars, hypercars, SUVs, off-roaders, everything. We drifted them, crashed them, and you will see much more very, very soon. So thank you so much for watching, and goodbye for now, my friends.